Hello, ladies and gents. I am the Rev. We are back with more Between the Stars. And I've been driving the same ship for way too many episodes. So, we are right at the edge of the territory in Children of the Sun space. You can tell because it's got all the Helios. Okay, so we've got the Pegasus, the Medusa, the Cyclops, and the Solar Wind Legend. Guess which one I picked? Oh yeah. This thing is a beast. Anyways, so now that we've got our new ship, don't have what I want for it yet, but we're getting there. The laser cannon, as soon as I can get rid of that, I probably will. I just got to find another plasma or Gatling gun. Got our cooler, radar, all kinds of good stuff. So we're good to go, and we need to jump over to Bag High. Right. Well, if we're in luck, they'll try and stop us before we get there. But yeah, currently the only thing, a lot of what I'm seeing is just, you guys are seeing the little skips and stuff. That's just optimization, I would think. This thing is a resource hog, though. Using up almost the full 8 gigs on my graphics card. Oh, guess not. Let's see. Hangar, exit. Where is it? There it is. Renegade Army Headquarters. Ishtar Gate is in chaos. Morpha's army is hitting hard, and although the thick battle is taking place in the planet's orbit, most of the reinforcements have already reached the surface, plunging the base into chaos. Different groups of soldiers open fire from their positions, trying to move forward and backwards, while being fired on by warships from the sky above. You and your crew get off the ship to meet with Lieutenant Blaze and her soldiers. Jody raises her voice as loud as she can so as to be heard among the gunshots and explosions. How are we going to find Quartz? Polaris looks at the battlefront and turns to you. Captain, or I can hardly tell who are our men, Captain. You look up and study the battlefield. In front of you, a cloud of dust and smoke rises, illuminated by the flashes of the gunshots and the explosions. And what's worse, the Renegade Army soldiers are wearing Children of the Sun's uniforms, which makes the battle even more confusing. We'll go straight ahead to the barracks main entrance. I suggest, Lieutenant, that you open fire on everyone who gets close to us. Jeez. There's no other way. You have to get to Quartz as soon as possible, and there's only one possible route. Now, here we go. Okay, I guess we're going to have some shielding going on. That's good. Come on, give us some shots. Thank you. 8. Nice. Woohoo! That's good considering the game has like wiped me out before. Uh-oh. Hey! You cross the battlefield, firing at everything that moves. Whereas the mercenary clans and the criminal gangs are easy to identify, the renegade army soldiers aren't as recognizable. Ships are shot down and keep falling from the sky, crashing against other ships on land, or falling upon groups of soldiers like a deadly rain of fire and metal. Oh, that would suck. You've been in many combat situations before, but you don't recall as confusing a battle as this one. Chaos reigns on the battlefield, and even if you were actually expecting this from the beginning, it's now becoming a big disadvantage. Fighting Quartz amid this hell will be much harder than you expected. You run to hide behind the smoking debris of a building so as to avoid the skirmishes scattered through the outside perimeter of the base. After a while, you manage to shoot your way through the battle and finally reach the hatch which gives access to the facility. Gotta get inside. Everything's under control. That's why you've brought Captain Burke with you. The captain swipes her ID card through the reader, but the hatch doesn't open. Burke tries again, unsuccessfully. What's going on? Damn it, they blocked our IDs. Quartz must already know we're here. What are we going to do now? You could probably throw a valid ID card from one of the dead soldiers you've left behind. Look back and see the maelstrom of chaos and death where you should head to immediately rule out the idea. Oh, so our engineer gets up there. I'm afraid that's impossible, Captain. All our gear is in the ship. It would take us hours to hack the system without our equipment. That's not enough time. You must think about something now. You step back, looking for a solution. Only one possibility comes to your mind, and you're not completely certain that it's safer than going back to the battlefront to search through the corpses of the soldiers. Oh boy. What's hollow? Burke takes a few minutes to think about it. The defense post. If we can get there, we can use the cannons to blow up this hatch. Sounds like a plan. If you can't access the security system, you'll have to somehow force the hatch. On your way to the base, you've seen several defense posts, although most of them have fallen in your combat. There's one which remains intact. If you're able to make your way to it, you could use it to blow the base's hatch. You consider the strategy for a second. Although it can be done, it's still very risky. Some of your crew members have already been injured on your way to the base. Going back to the battlefront is too dangerous, but the other option requires trusting a maniac such as Hollow. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess we'll get to the defense post. Oh boy. Oh, that's not a good way to start. Oh, come on. Jeez, I already lost somebody. Come on, game. This is BS. My people are loaded for bear. What the hell? Why can't I use any of this? See, I don't see the point. Wow, I did some damage there. That was... Can you do that? I didn't know you could do that. Huh. Whew. Great, I lost one. Damn it. Once again, you run through the battlefield, dodging enemy shots and taking down every soldier who crosses your path on your way to the defense post, which you access immediately. Fortunately, the men who were operating it have fallen, and you only have to push aside a corpse sitting in front of the control panel. Oh. Once you've taken control, you point the cannons at the base's entrance hatch and open fire. Although the ammunition loaded is designed to take down flying targets, you focus fire on a single spot to try and breach the thickly armored hatch. It's done. You and your crew access the facility, walking over the debris. You must now find General Quartz, you've already lost too much time. You leave behind the battlefield and walk down the corridors of the facility. You can hear the explosions outside, which makes the walls rumble. Now that you're here, you only have to find the general's location. Although most of the troops are fighting outside, there are still many soldiers inside the base. So far, you've shut down several of them. Using an idea you steal from the dead soldier, you manage to open the hatches you encounter. Once inside the facility, together with Burke and her men, you head straight to the control room. Fortunately, most of the systems are too damaged to be operational. This facility has been out of order for too long, and they probably haven't had enough time to fully recover the defense systems. You're all exhausted. The combat in the outer zone has been particularly hard, and now you must stay alert in case you encounter more soldiers. Every time you spend in this labyrinth is giving Quartz's army a bigger advantage. In fact, although you've been aware of it, the Radeon army is beginning to win the battle. Oh, that's not good. After reaching a huge room, you feel a gunshot whistle close to your head. Behind you, a group of soldiers cover the exit. Apparently, some soldiers are going back inside. You probably already know that the enemy has infiltrated the base. This is bad. There's no time for another fight. You have to find Quartz now. Crew member Patrick Jackson. You must keep moving forward. Burke can take you and the lieutenants to the general. We'll stand here and we won't let anyone through. Look at Blaze and Polaris who nod. Put your hand on Jackson's shoulder. You've become a great soldier, Jackson. There's nothing left of the boy we rescued from XZ. Even if we get out of this, you'll officially become part of my crew. You've been the best recruit I could wish for. Take care. Thank you, Cap. You saved my life. It's the least I can do. Now run. We'll deal with them. We must hurry. You follow Burke to the control room. You hold up your guns and walk in slowly. The room is silent. In penumbra, only illuminated by the monitors and screens that show the chaos outside. You split up to check the place, but it seems to be empty. You get close to one of the screens where you can see your crew engaged in combat in a nearby chamber. You've lost the element of surprise. If Quartz had been in the room, he'd already know about your plans. The general must have been monitoring you since your arrival. Suddenly, you can hear a scream followed by gunshots. Captain Burke, this way! Quartz's men are waiting for you. Several soldiers covering the exits open fire, forcing you to take cover. The general must be somewhere in here. There are no more exits. We must take down these soldiers and move on. There's still hope. After all, maybe Quartz hasn't been able to run away yet. Burke's telling the truth. Only these men can stand between you and your target. About time to finish this. While Burke and Blaze give you covering fire, you and Polaris separate to flank the enemy positions. When the general soldiers are surrounded, they open fire desperately to defend themselves, but it's too late for them. Thanks to your tactical movement, you shoot down all the soldiers and clear the access. You look at your man and notice that Polaris has been shot. His arm hangs limp, and there's a bleeding wound on it. Your eyes meet his, and he seems to read your mind. Nothing, Cap. I can still go. Polaris's expression freezes your blood. Among the children of the sun soldiers, Polaris and Blaze are by far the ones who feel most betrayed. After all, they had both been raised by Quartz. Although the wisest thing to do would be to withdraw Polaris from service, you know by looking at his face that they would never follow such an order. Yeah, they're going to kill him probably when we get there, if we find him. You cross the hatch to find another room, identical to the previous ones. The dim light makes it difficult to see. On the monitors and screens, you can see the battle taking place outside. There are hardly any Children of the Sun troops left outside. Most of the renegade army ships have left for Maiden Abyss. Now everything depends on Commander Morpha. You search through the place until a voice catches your attention. Congratulations, Captain Astra. You finally found me. Here we go. One of the chairs turns around and Quartz stands up, pointing his gun at you. He takes his time to observe you, to study you. So now, not only Blaze and Polaris follow you, Captain, it seems that even one of my captains has dared to turn her back on me. What happened to be running out of trust lately, don't you think? You're not the one to speak about trust, Quartz. What about you, Burke? Tell me, how's your captain, huh? I almost forgot, you backstabbed him as soon as Flanagan gave you the order. Talk too much for a dead man, Quartz. The shot echoes in the room as Captain Burke's lifeless body falls to the ground. You look for the origin of the shot. Shocked, you see Lieutenant Blaze pointing her weapon at General Quartz. Quartz howls with laughter. You become an assassin, Blaze. It looks like your instructions has paid off. Lieutenant Jody Blaze. Shut your mouth, Quartz. We're not done with you yet. We still have questions for you. Blaze, this is your last chance. Blaze turns around and points her gun at you. Stay out of this, Captain. Oh boy. How could you betray Commander Morpha? He taught us everything we know. He took us in when no one else would have. And he raised all three of us. How could you do something like this? You were always favored. Polaris lowers her weapon as well, remaining completely silent. His face twitches from fury to confusion. That's how kids are raised up, Blaze. Morpha instructed us as his pawns and mere instruments for his war. Do you remember a single happy moment? All he was looking for from us was a worthy successor to his position. You know it as well as me. That man is responsible for all of our suffering. There must be something else. From what you've heard so far, it makes sense that Quartz despises the commander. But why would he have waited so long if all he wanted to do was desert? He could have left the sector the moment he became captain, which doesn't really explain why he's doing all this. It's too much. Killing your partners, setting up an army against the Republic of the Sun, dealing with the Interstellar Republic, with those who murdered our parents. What would they think of knowing what you're doing? Our parents? Don't make me laugh, Blaze. Do you really think that the commander, the man who put a gun in our hands before we were able to walk, would take care of 3 orphans out of goodwill? This is not about the commander. We're children of the sun. We're not. Uh-oh. Watch, there'll be like Republic kids or something stolen. Sounds about right. Don't you get it, Blaze? Morph has been lying to us all this time. Think about it. There's nothing Morph wanted more than an heir of blood to succeed him as unit commander. Do you really think an orphan can be his rightful successor? Absolutely not. The new commander must be blood related to Morpha. Have you lost your mind, Quartz? Why would Morpha hide something like that? Morpha was sick long before our birth. Even if he had wanted to, she would never have survived the delivery of a child, let alone 3. She's always hated us. We were constantly reminding her of what she would never be able to give the commander. We were much more than that, Blaze. Morpheus, 3 bastards, hidden from Nortos as 3 small orphan sons in his army. That doesn't make any sense. Why would Morpha hide his children from the Emperor? Because we're Equians. So they're not children of the sun. They stole them off the battlefield, yeah. The explosions outside thunder until Quartz regains his speech. Morpha didn't have to search too much. He had dozens of Equian slaves at his disposal. Any of them was capable of giving him what he craved, blood descendants. Used them and got rid of them as soon as they were no longer useful to him. After all, no one should know about it. Not even the Emperor himself should know. Morpha hid it from us all of his life, and the secret consumed Maria until her last breath. Oh, dude, that would suck. So he had slaves, kept raping them until he got enough kids, and then killed them all. Damn. It's not true. You're trying to confuse us. I've done my research, Blaze. After Valent's rescue at the Dome, they extracted DNA from all captains under Nortos' command. I looked for our reports at the barracks, hoping to discover who our parents were, and I found out the truth. Blaze is still targeting Quartz, although her countenance has completely changed. Her gun is shaking and her eyes become increasingly red. You know, I almost think we should be on his side, because that would be a value ally against children of the sun. I gathered my most faithful men and left Nova Magna with our plan in mind. All we needed were more ships to move onto the attack. I crossed half the galaxy to meet with the Equians at the fold and to convince the Red Tier to join us. Meanwhile, the rest of the captains strengthened the alliance, meeting with different criminal gangs in the neighboring sectors. Jeez. Why didn't you let us know, Quartz? Polaris and I would have followed you without a doubt. I wanted to keep you out of it, Blaze. By that time, you and Polaris hadn't even captained a ship. I didn't want to expose you to a direct war against the children of the sun. It was all my fault. But things are different now. Together, we can strike back and fight the children of the sun. With Maiden Abyss wrecked, the Republic's troops will be able to advance into this children's system. Not only will we grant them the advantage, but Morph will also lose his position as the Emperor finds out. As soon as the Emperor finds out, together we can make it, Blaze. The only thing preventing Quartz from opening fire upon you is the fact that Blaze is pointing at him. If she eventually decides to join him, you'd be lost. Oh crap. Yeah, that's not good. Put the gun down, Blaze. Are you going to keep fighting for the man who deceived us? For the man who has been torturing us since our childhood, over and over until we've become his personal killing machines. She lowers her gun. Well done, Blaze. We're close. The only thing standing in our way is Captain Astra. Oh, no, dude, I ain't in your way. I'm on your all side. Shit. Come on. Ease up, ease up. Blaze looks at you confused. Don't do it, Blaze. We're children of the sun. We're so close, Blaze. Together we can take revenge. I know you hate the commander as much as I do. Blaze's tears run down her cheeks. It's the first time you've seen her like this. The lieutenant has always acted like a strong and impassive soldier. It seems that all this has deranged her more than you expected. No, actually, she tried to kill him when we first met him. She lost her shit. So, I'm sorry, Captain. Lieutenant points at you and she moves next to Quartz. Oh, dude. Finish him, Count. Come on, Blaze. You've only been a few weeks under his command. Astra isn't different from the rest of the children. Blaze's gun is still shaking. You look her in the eye, you can see she's hesitating. Tension can be felt in the air as you all point at each other. Although Polaris is backing you, his condition barely allows him to raise his weapon. If Blaze opens fire, it would be the end. No, I can't. She lowers the gun, she collapses. Sigh. It's a shame, Blaze. You're either with me or you're against me. Before you can even move, Quartz takes a step behind Blaze and holds her as hostage. Oh, dude. Now I want him dead. Screw the tactical. God needs to die. Jaden. Sorry, Blaze. You made your choice. Now I'm making mine. Drop the gun, Astra, or I'll execute your lieutenant. You misjudged Quartz. Until now, you must admit that you were feeling a certain sympathy for, for his renegade soldier. But even if you share with him a common enemy, you could never join forces with someone capable of killing his own sister to reach his goals. Yeah, come on, dude. Don't touch her, douchebag. I overestimated you, Astra. You're supposed to be an elite captain. I never thought you'd care so much for your men. We may call this a draw, don't you think? Now put your guns down and let me go. You have my word that I won't hurt her unless it's necessary. Oh, after all, she's my little sister. You lower your gun and no longer aim at him. What else can you do? Even if Quartz manages to flee the planet, you would eventually find him, and you'd make sure things turn out differently. You've chosen wisely, Captain. You seem to be more reasonable than the rest of the children of the sun that I've known. I guess this is goodbye. Uh-oh. It is. Oh no, what's Polaris gonna do? Polaris' shot goes through Blaze and Quartz. Oh, I knew it. Dude. Open mouth. Yeah, that's what I'd be doing. My mouth would be hanging open like, what the fuck? You watch them all fall to the ground. Quartz writhes on the floor, pressing the wound on his belly. Polaris, you son of a... Holding the lieutenant steps towards Quartz, who tries to crawl away from him. Hobbling, sorry. Jaden Quartz, don't you get it? Morpha has fooled us. You're no more than a puppet. Polaris, Nortos, and Astra have brainwashed you. Jules, Polaris, may the sun light your way, Jaden. Polaris' last shot pierces the general's skull, killing him. Oh, damn, he killed his bro. We must leave the planet, Captain. The commander waits for us at Maiden Abyss to defend the station. Ooh, that's some rough decisions. Listening to Polaris speaking at you in such a calm manner after what he's just done gives you goosebumps. Yeah, something broke in him. You can hear Blaze's moans breaking the silence. She's still alive. If you hurry to take her to the ship's medical bay, you can still probably save her, though is it worth it? She's an enemy of the Republic, but she has saved your life. No, she has saved the life of Astra, captain of the Children of the Sun. If she knew the truth, she could have turned out very different. Even if you save her now, sooner or later, you'll be forced to fight. It's time to act, and you know what you have to do. Okay, so... Damn. Now that's just a shitty decision to make me do. Damn it. I can't leave her behind. You bend down to hold a Blaze in your arms, and she whispers something to you before she passes out. I'm sorry, Cap. What are you doing, Captain? Lieutenant Blaze chose her side. She's an enemy of the sun. She's still a soldier under my command. It's not up to you to make that decision. Polaris seems angry. One of your men, she raised her gun against us and allowed herself to be captured by the enemy. No, she didn't. She just was caught in a bad spot. Polaris holds his tongue while you keep watching. Yeah, are you disobeying me? I'll bear the consequences if necessary. Now we must get out of here. Maiden Abyss is still under siege. Aye, Captain. You leave the room and you meet with your men. We're grouped around you looking at you exponentially. You explain what happened with Quartz, and you all retrace your steps back to the ship. The frenzy of the battle is over. Most of the children's soldiers have been annihilated, and the renegade army troops are leaving for Maiden Abyss. As soon as you get to the ship, you take Blaze to the infirmary. Her crew looks anxiously at her motionless body. You get ready for takeoff. The final battle is about to begin. Not really. Maybe
Captain, we've stabilized the lieutenant.
Good work, team. What about the backup?
It looks like the rest of the ships have left the sector, Captain. All troops are heading for the children's station.
Copy that, May. Lieutenant Polaris will leave immediately for Maiden Abyss. The enemy ships are about to commence the attack.
Aye, Captain. The commander and the rest of the unit will contain them until we get there.
All right. So, oh, we only got one ship with us now. Okay. So I can tell you, yeah, damn. And that's it, huh? How are we doing? Oh, we're okay. We're just about out of room here. Oh, look at sick bay. All right, folks. So I'm going to let all my people get healed up, because if we go into this next area and these guys aren't healed, that'll be really bad for us. Something to keep in mind, if you want, you can jump anywhere that you want. I'll show you guys. Let's see. There we go. Recruits. So watch this.
I have to go to enemy territory. Take care of everything in my absence.
On your mark, Captain.
And that works with both of them. All right. Hopefully, we'll get attacked, because I want to show you guys how awesome this ship is. Yeah.
They are jamming our engines, Captain.
Activate the weapons! All crew to battle stations!
One of the enemy ships has been destroyed.
Yeah, I definitely need to get rid of this laser. Yep, not a fan.
Well done. May, send a damage report to my terminal immediately.
Alright, folks. So when we come back, I'll have my crew all healed up. Hopefully have a couple more people. And we shall go into another major battle with a big badass ship. Hopefully I can find the gun that I want. So keep your heads down. Your guns up. And I'll see you again real damn soon.